Found him. Take him. I'll cover you.
He's going into stasis.
Contact! Head to the extraction point!
Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Griefdrums, and this is Rainbow Six Quarantine. On Monday night, Ubisoft at E3 announced this as a new Rainbow Six game, and they showed this teaser trailer, and I've got to be honest, it looks pretty cool. I'm going to go out there on a limb and say that my favourite thing about the whole trailer, the teaser, has got to be the fact that Ella is in it. Now, as with Outbreak, when that was released, there were a lot of operators, and we got to see these operators a lot more. But as you all know, when it comes to Ella, Ella is bae. So I'm really, really pleased to be seeing this. And also the fact that you get to see Vigil as well in the background, I'm kind of hyped about that as well. They're looking at branching out to the other operators that are in the game. Although, how do they capture Vigil on camera? So it's going to be really, really cool to see this. But what we're going to do is we're going to break down a little bit about what exactly this is. And I'm going to go into my opinions of what I think of it. So, as I said, on Monday night at Ubisoft's E3 press conference, I guess, it was mentioned that Rainbow Six Quarantine was the new game that was going to be coming out. Now, we did get a little bit of a tease of a new game recently, and it was sort of up in the air, but this is obviously the official sort of statement of it. And this chick here came out and she mentioned a little bit about it, and she actually explained that it's going to be a 3-person co-op PvE, so it is going to be very similar to Operation Chimera or a whole Outbreak thing that came out a little while back. But here is the most important news to come out of all of this. What she says here, listen to this.
You will risk everything every time you step into quarantine.
You are going to risk everything every time you step into quarantine. Now, that potentially is showing that this is going to be like a permadeath sort of thing. I don't really know how it's going to work. I've got no further details on that at all other than what was announced at this convention. But I mean, that sounds to me like permadeath. That sounds like the kind of thing that, you know, it's going to be very high risk, high reward sort of deal. Almost similar to Escape from Tarkov in the sense of you go into Tarkov and if you die, you lose everything. It could be something along those lines. Now, I am just brainstorming at the moment, but it certainly does sound positive. And I think, you know, with Siege being as unforgiving as it is in the PvP mentality, I think it could be the same in a PvE environment. Now, obviously, we did have Chimera as a seasonal event a little while back. And unfortunately, I wasn't around to play it. I was deployed at the time. So it's going to be interesting for me to be able to see this from, you know, the first sort of perspective without having all of that skewing my vision of it. However, I am a little bit disappointed. I can't pretend that I'm not. I'm a little bit disappointed that we're not going up against some sort of terrorist cell. It's not got that, you know, realistic element to it. Instead, they're going down more of an apocalyptic zombies style, you know, gameplay by the looks of it. Now, I am purely going off of the fact that Chimera existed, and in this trailer, there are a lot of similar sort of things going on. There's, you know, weird stuff moving down the operator's arm. And the shadows and the sounds that are going on in the background, it all looks very, very similar. It looks like a similar sort of Outbreak. Now, please don't misunderstand me. Although I'm a little bit disappointed that it's not a terrorist cell that we're going up against and trying to take down. It's not got that realism element. I am still really, really hyped for this. I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to playing on it. And I am genuinely looking forward to squadding up and trying to do this. And, you know, seeing the backstories of new operators or seeing the backstories of the operators that currently exist in the game. You know, I've been lobbying for the longest time for more cutscenes, more operator videos, and just, you know, like the hammer and the scalpel video that came out a while back with Dockerby and Thatcher. I'm really keen to see more stuff like that. I think it's really cool to expand on the lore that currently exist within the Siege universe. So it's going to be really cool to see cutscenes, certainly of Ella, but of other operators as well. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts though. What do you think about Rainbow Six Quarantine? Are you hyped for it? Are you nervous about it? Are you disappointed with it? What are your thoughts at the moment? If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that thumbs up. If you don't already, make sure to subscribe. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, stay reckless and relentless.